difficult game for NAVI. They're coming in
Stick with the positives. Heretics on defense, NAVI on attack.
They did play the off-season event with Kolosha, so he'll know, at least know the players. Like, it's slightly different.
At least he's used to the
a lot of guns on this. What is this from NAVI? Drone out, split A. Oh, I like this, man. We're using the harbor well already. We go aggro with the chamber as well off of it. This is nice. And the harbor's not playing anchor. I already prefer it to Fnatic.
Came on air of the comeback. If you're playing the Sentinel, Chamber Sentinel, then you're obviously not going to double up. Benji can fill up as he likes. Already going to catch Kolosha. And now it's on comeback to hold
nice
this
extra
ground.
kill though.
Phenomenal with 20 HP.
Yeah, that makes it easy.
Still able to take another down. That's
Denstore with the prime.
dirt.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And Ruxic left to pick up those pieces. Spike's still under their control. They don't know.
RX7 Devil as well. Devil, mate. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much, man. I know what to do. Get the slug oil spam going for the 5 gifted. Thank you for doing that, mate. Anyone got gifted? Please add Devil. Say thank you.
The HP and also just the numbers advantage they already have.
The thing is, though, post plant in a 2
I appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much.
Not an unwinnable scenario.
It's pretty winnable.
It's just the fact that I think Heretics are starting
Does
to
Recon
realize,
come up?
it's
10?
now been too long. They've taken too much time, so they're starting to make that move.
Which comp do you like more?
Ruxic in these late round scenarios has always been an absolute demon.
I mean, I gotta go with more traditional.
And him and Hero are definitely the highlights, but
I gotta go with the more traditional. The problem is, I hate the solo.
And now the entire force of this defensive side are already here. They know exactly where
do I prefer Scan or do I prefer the Neon, man?
It's Clark debuting
like pick your poison.
in EMEA, and he's not gonna have a 1v3 clutch.
Okay, nicely done for Heretics.
Some chances there for
you have
NAVI,
Heretics and BBL today.
Really
I went for Navi in my pick'ems because I thought Exit was playing. But if I knew Exit wasn't playing, I would have gone for Heretics.
Of course, keep in mind this being the map pick of NAVI.
But the Heretics one, I think it's hard to play this map without Scan, but I think it's also hard to play with the solo Waylay.
Already seen from Benji, the utility used to take over control of mid.
I don't really love what's going on.
The defensive side, Harbor's going to be really good for making that space annoying to clear, making it costly in terms of utility. And well,
Benji, good as Exit. No, Exit is good, man. It's a bit of a loss not having him here.
Round 1, he's already that high.
Round 1, tech pause.
Headset issues probably. From their standpoint that it won't be. Like, you have to look at this as 2 very different squads at the moment. Na'Vi made pretty hectic changes. Obviously, one of the changes they made was Sociable leaving, who's already had a fantastic debut over on foot. But then also,
what's up, Yampy? How we doing? Yampy, you got 1 guess, and I know you're going to get it right.
Today. So it's Kolosha, short notice, having to stand in, having to take that entry role, having to dive in for the squad, which, okay, it might mean that his KD is not going to be fantastic, but when you have players like Hero and like Ruxic that can trade you, that might not be a bad thing. But then on the other side, it's an opposite scenario. You've had 4 players kept from last year.
There's white noise, but yeah, it doesn't block as much. I was worried about that.
And then he brought in Comeback, who again has incredibly high expectations. It didn't quite go to plan at kickoff. We saw glimpses of this squad, but not anything of. I'll be honest.
Yampy, did you see the clip of you in the skirmish?
I kind of expected
pretty funny, man.
To be in a fight to maybe even win it, but at least be top 3, and they weren't there.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot still to be desired. And you know, the changes coming into
you can hear a lot. Yeah, the headsets don't block out as much for sure. At least in the EMEA, we're wearing them properly. We can't hear everything.
But when you compare him to any other Sentinel, has much more ability to brawl.
Sort of with the highest percentage chance of dying at beginning of round.
Exactly.
Birdie with the prime, appreciate the 6 months. Thank you for that.
Sentinel, and maybe it's occupied a little bit more by the duelist front.
The skirmish was fun.
But when it
comes
Yampy,
have you seen the clip
of
Westside?
Stage,
when you're talking to yourself.
Coming up in the future that some of you will already have seen.
It's so funny, bro.
Especially when it comes to Waylay and the rumored Neon changes. This is going to be.
It scrolls out and you're just like laughing to yourself because you're talking about the chamber.
There is a possibility to do so. Because to be honest, in kickoff, if you weren't
it's funny, man. You'll enjoy it if you haven't seen it.
From the get-go, and you had a lot of ground to cover. I don't think there was any real comp that we looked at and went, yes, that's the answer to Double Duelist. That should be run by everyone instead. Now we will have conversations, or at least the room to have those conversations. And for Navi, I think that's a good thing. I think for example, Filu, move on to an initiator role, perhaps. We discussed that before the stage actually kicked off. And obviously here we see him with the Sentinel, in quotation marks. I think that Navi can thrive a lot more in that environment, but a lot of the conversation we had pre-season about that was like, well, because the one duelist they're going to have, Exit, is going to be coming in shredded. And that does put a lot of pressure on Kalosha. I mean, adjusting to the stage is a big thing. We even saw it on stream. You guys will have seen it if you were paying attention. Hero and the admins were helping him put his
Chamber one of the solutions to double dive.
You have to get used to playing on the stage.
Sure. On paper, it makes a lot of sense. In reality, you got to hit a sliding neon a lot of the time. But I will say it does. If we just use a main as an example here, that you're playing against the double dive. If you get a chamber set up close and they got to use a slide or a dash for this, then they don't have one of them to exec over towards the site. So it does work out pretty well.
Thank you, Captain Cow, for that little stat.
The map is most of the reason why they're using a chamber though as well. It's like a bit of double. Honestly, it's a bit of triple with comeback. He's a scope merchant, so he needs a scope as well.
He always succeeds, at least so far. His aggressive stance by comeback.
That's my fault.
He will be dealt with.
He's normally a scope merchant.
A bit too long there up in the choke point with his TP online behind him. He certainly overstayed his welcome.
Yeah, it's a bit of mix. There's only really two agents that kind of feel comfy holding down B. One's a Euro, one's a Chambers. That's normally why most people are holding Chambers or playing Chambers.
Yeah, and they've now got 2 one-shot headshot weapons. So
the only problem, though,
doubling up.
What did you think of the deadlock and the GE bind? I missed half of it, for sure, so I didn't see it all, but it looked like they timed it very well, man. The grab net. But you could just do the same things with a Sage. Maybe it's a harder shutdown, I'm not sure. It's not too bad damage-wise. Yeah, a couple of armors as well.
Yeah. Heretics will still be pretty happy with that outcome, and although comeback overstays his welcome, like you said, the fact that they had them boxed in, it allowed all that util to be focused up here. You can see immediately Benji's throwing some in. You've got the
yeah, I really like the Harbor stuff.
No way out of that choke.
2 rounds in, I'm enjoying the Harbor.
They look to isolate him and take him down. So now 2-0 for Team Heretics, a relatively normal follow-up round. Even with the overextension, where are the ideas for this?
Pop to make sure they can't take it. Fills up the whole of this as well.
NAVI want to force that control, but they're going to have to battle for it and brawl. Woot, 20 HP now.
He's alive, bro. He's alive.
Every piece of utility. He'll get a heal up from Sky as well.
That's a nice heal on this one. It's huge for Heretics.
A lot of control towards A, and the fact that you've got a Sky here, they could flash out and play quite aggressive. I think that's why NAVI give up all of that space. The early plan for the attackers completely shut down.
Then we can wall across. Arbor's stuff is looking good at the moment. Looks like we got some good forward into this. Flash goes out, hits 1. Still got the trip up though, so early info. Can kind of rotate heavier over towards B. Drone goes in, nothing follows it up. Heretics have done really well here.
But this is, of course, the moment where you kind of have those expectations.
Dog clears it all as well.
The rotation, though, out from
and the trip here. They've owned them.
30 seconds left.
Benji's got the rifle up close, but plenty of backup, as you said. Come back with the headhunter, hoping to help out. They know Benji's close.
20 seconds. He's messed up his timing.
A bold battle to take.
Still 3 here, one with Judge.
Won't survive behind the breakable wall, but hold on. 12 seconds left, and a plant needed. Still a brawl on site. They stuck the plant one more time.
Fair play.
As Boo falls this round.
That should have looked shouldn't have looked as comfy as this.
Another rifle arrives on site. Rienz has to drop out of heaven, and they are just waiting to peek this together.
Shouldn't have looked as comfy as this. And nicely done from Roxic and Hero.
2-1.
Yeah, good round from NAVI.
Was this Benji that was close? Kind of messed up his timing a little bit. He should have just tucked in.
See teams panic, and especially with all the moving parts, pieces, players not making it here, players standing in. That looked relatively comfortable. I think especially Filu, the 2 kills he got, made that a lot cleaner, and then just making sure that they, I think it was shut down Wu just before he slides in and makes that risky. They had everything covered, and for a squad that, as I said, they haven't really been able to have proper practice.
Roxic and Hero, yeah, same thing as the beginning of the
I'm also liking what I'm seeing from Clark already.
The beginning of the year.
The fact that he is that sort of
okay, Benji has ult now, so he can
anchor
anchor a site if they want to. Husk with the tier 1. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Exactly. We've seen moments in the past where they got a little bit quiet. And already from the first round win, you can see the energy that Cloric's injecting.
Yeah, Exit will do the same as well.
A guy with a lot of experience, and again,
very
I've got a lot of
passive from
respect for
HERETICS.
MCE as a coach over on Energy Academy, someone that he worked under, and this is this change has happened for a reason. Certainly a high ceiling.
You got to clear one of these.
From what we've heard, but it all matters as to what we see. HERETICS gathered up towards this A site. It certainly looks like they're ready to battle their way through, maybe send that neon sliding in, but they're hearing nothing just yet. And not eager to push the issue. Certainly makes sense when you look at comeback.
I mean, the problem with this, it worries me a little bit because they're essentially just gambling. But I think you can gamble with the Harbor as well, so it's like one of the things that you can do with the Harbor to be able to retake. Right, this is mini Astro. They gamble right on this. 5 over towards the site. Smoke's gonna. Sorry, Lash is. Whoa.
Just pushing it straight through, trying to completely
whoa.
Everything that's
this is cool.
And off the back of it,
ah, this is nice, dude. This might be one of the better Harbor games. Might be one of the better Harbor games. This is cool.
That was perfection from HERETICS.
A little bit gambly, but paid off. And they got the info from the sky as well to kind of know if they were gambling right.
The second flash goes through, confirms there's still players there, and so they know. Okay, it's probably
again, they can gamble just because
Harbor.
I like the idea of this. I like the once you lose art, you're not sitting back and getting pinched on. You just ult them, take the sides, and then once you got the side, you got the crossfire.
That's what comeback can do on the chamber. The pressure will
Force
be
them
on
down to an
the
eco.
defensive side to match up.
Again, aggressive again. Same early flash, same utility, trying to put Woot into position. It is a lot.
Well done, good stuff.
Already.
Yeah, want to try hold on to this gun.
It's just if they can actually retrieve any of the weaponry.
That's good
That's the
damage.
thing, HERETICS are not looking to allow them to do that. Smoke's continuously going up to block and make sure that gun is covered.
Yeah, it was really good work by Colossia right away. Still having that strong waylay, the insta-stun dished out, and you could see Woot could not deal with it. But where do you go from now? I mean, wait for the smokes to go down, see if Philo can grab a pick. Yeah, 7 shots in the headhunter, and the ability to fall back from that aggressive spot. Why not?
What a shot.
There it is. Nice shot by Philo. A beautiful connection.
2 guns down here in theory.
Gold in this round. That's man advantage, but still, those weapons are guarded. And they'll have to scrap if they want them. 2 players heading that way in main, but one of them has the spike. They can't lose that leg of their offense.
Yeah, they're waiting. Boo's likely going to have a 1v2, but the main problem for them is the weaponry. They're trying to put the pressure on Rians, and actually,
look at the damage, man.
Down to just 11
Look at
HP.
everyone's HP here in this duel.
And reposition on the other side of the map. Comeback still yet to move. Wary that maybe they're still pushing this way, and Colossia's just gone diving in, trying to act as that distraction, and has done Boo with everything to do, and almost gets
Wasn't the cleanest, but in theory he did enough. Can we plant? Yeah, just.
And it will be.
Oh, whoa, hesitating. We're hesitating. Oh, I thought he was closer.
I think time was going to be a pretty big issue there as well. He almost had the plant in the open with how much time he took in main. There was the stun to start this one off. And
but it was close. Yeah, it looked like he thought he was out already.
Great sign. A huge amount of damage done. Some really nice shots hit by Philo. You see that wide swing on the Rians as well to trade out.
Pit maybe.
If that was a 1v1 in main,
I mean, no matter what, he thought he was close.
Comeback still alive, and he locks in the round. Closer than it should have been.
Yeah, definitely a little closer than it should have been.
It's like, again, like dropping 4 players, fantastic. But when you think that you can win it,
okay, look at this one. Aggro over towards B. Whoa.
Ultimates available.
Up against an ult where they could get an exec on, and they clear the side and they set one up.
And actually the positioning of HERETICS, they've been
Free up the neon for the fast rotate.
Stack up that A side of the map, but this time it's left a little bit more.
This is kind of nice from Benji. He wanted to use his wall, and then he didn't because it would give away his pawns.
Comeback returns that frag though, finding one. He'll be smoked off surely on the way through. Benji steps ahead of it. The bait of the AWP from further back. They might not expect the man
I
up
mean,
this
he's only
close,
getting one hit max, right? Oh, timing.
In fact, the spike even going back.
Dude, this wall lasts long these days.
It's all going to come down to timing, and he can't get that
Oh,
smoke
long enough,
in
apparently.
time. Filu lands another, and Heretics are a man
Can you
behind.
make the pen ping? Bro, I don't know where my epic pen's gone. It's on here, but I don't have the menu for it.
Just gives him more time to continuously look for those picks. The problem, though, is the clock. 30 seconds. They're now moving back in to comeback. Probably the one man you don't want to face. The bait is there from Chloric, but there's no shot hit on either side.
Man.
Eventually, though, it's Filu once again.
Like this from the IGL.
At the back of the site. 20
Sending
seconds
it out.
they need to run towards him, and that gives him chances to take those fights.
Running out again.
He's just baiting
Jumping every corner.
And when your teammates are players like Hero, he's going to land the headshot.
Yeah, leading by example there.
Yeah, you didn't see that one on the scoreboard.
Plant found and round
nice
on
though.
the back of it. Very nice stuff, and I have to agree with you, Tom. Filu's playing a heater right now on the attack side. I expected it to be
1-9 loss bonus
in this half, and then Filu's opportunity to step up to the plate when we swap sides, but he's already having a commanding presence across these rounds, especially with the op in hand, but even then, the headhunter's been on.
Yeah.
I like what I'm seeing. A refreshing look at Filu, who I think was one of the more disappointing duelists for me going through kickoff.
I think as well, it's the way that his team clearly has a lot of faith in him as well. Like the way that Chloric is just jumping into angles going, Filu's going to hit the shot. The way that we're seeing the same from Kolosha. It's like your job is to just dive at people and then your teammate will trade you. And that has worked. In this round especially, you see the opportunities that are built off his teammate spacing and reliance on him hitting the shot. And well, he's 9-4, top of the board. He is hitting the shots.
No complaints. None whatsoever. It's even Woot going out. He's trying to bait for Benji, who's gotten up close.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Doesn't expect Filu to just connect that heater of the shot.
a millisecond of fade between the different smokes, and that's it up. Just look at how Chloric's playing. Like, this is one of those moments where you'd look at the scoreboard and you'd go, oh, he's having a horrible game. He's having a horrible game, but he's literally sacrificing himself. That round, he didn't even die because he tried to sacrifice himself, but his teammates were quicker.
He jumped into 2 different angles, and yeah, his teammates traded him out before he died, so easy peasy. That's, again, we've had a round that they lose, that NAVI put in a lot of power into. They make it incredibly close, down to a 1v1 that if there was 10 more seconds on the clock, you get a different game. And then
EMEA,
this one here, they look utterly
EMEA.
dominant, and it's all Filu
We should do the this year. We should definitely do the how long was the average broadcast from each region? I wonder if Pacific is actually going to be like an hour,
we see a timeout,
maybe even 2 hours less than EMEA.
If it keeps going this way.
Yeah, I think that they've still had
Glomorgo, thanks so much for the tier 1. Appreciate the 23 months.
Where they had the right read, they had the right plan, everything went in. But I do think they're struggling a little bit with just how slow NAVI are actually being. It is like a classic Angel setup. Like you're running that clock low, but it's because you have that operator on the attack side that you're just basically going, okay, if we continue to wait out the
shift 0, yeah, but I changed all the
potential find out that additional information, because the only information you have is either off players like Comeback and Woot being aggressive or off the flashes, which even now it does regenerate, it comes back. You still only have 3 most of the time, and unless it goes incredible. So I think that this is one of those things where Rian's hasn't been able to get everything they needed, and so when it gets into the last 30 seconds, you are seeing like the jump spot from Woot in the last round that gets him killed. You've seen players like try and catch out, like Comeback was quite aggressive position, having to repeat.
Yeah, I do.
These things are being punished with the operator on the attack side.
The red pen instead of the pink pen, that's all good.
Okay, well, we had the right read before. Maybe we sit back a little bit. Maybe we don't give that operator anything and just give it as a 1v1 to Comeback, and I'd say a lot of the time he'd be favored. Or if there is going to be some sort of other setup. For now, though, they're not allowed to talk about that because this is a technical pause.
Yeah, in some of the conversations there as well, like you think about Comeback and the success he's had, and when NAVI avoid him, they're doing quite well. The thing is, the last round, that wasn't the success. They ran right into him. They took the fight heads up and came out on top, op v op. So from here, I think they've got to feel incredibly good on one side of the stage, and that's not Heretics' side, despite the fact that they're winning. Momentum building on the other side.
Yeah, I think the good thing for them, though, is that they do have plenty of credits to spare. Like having a couple of relatively clean rounds. Okay, the sort of eco that they almost lost has hit them a bit, but they're still going to have Tour de Force going into the next. They're also going to have the overdrive, one away from all that.
The red pen for the tech pause, yeah. Blue Beacon, thanks so much for the 9 months. Appreciate the prime.
Not too worried about
going good, man. How you doing? Thank you for that.
And I am also looking at the other side of like, okay, how many kills is
Can the players eat the Kit Kats during the tech pause? Yeah, probably, if they have it with them. If they come out prepped. Or is there a strict no eating rule on stage? I don't really know.
Yeah, if Heretics keep playing the way that they were, those opportunities being given for Fielu to take
because it's a sponsor.
But again, looking at the last round,
they might allow it.
Just goes in for a quick shoulder.
Skinaf for the prime. Appreciate the 13 months.
But even still, that shot's not going to be hit the majority of the time. It was a clean one from Fielu. Benji misses a
That's good promo. Yeah, but then the issue comes.
We had to slow it down just to see the moment that the smokes faded within each other.
That was enough for him to die. So, like, there are 2 mistakes.
But then the problem comes, what if they...
The biggest of deals.
You know, like Pokemon packs where people reseal it. What if they reseal the Kit Kat and they got all the anti-strats written down? That would be next level.
I can think of the one round where they got boxed in an A main, right? They were eco that round.
Can't trust players.
They're very low by.
Can't trust coaches. Mystical with the prime, appreciate that. Thank you.
Pouncing on the disadvantages. The gaps
let me sort out the epic pen. 1 sec.
They're getting on top of. It's not like they're getting lucky in these rounds. And that, I think, speaks very well to Cloric. Again, like you said, he might not be up there, you know, dropping 20 already, but he's setting them up for success. He's getting rounds on the board.
That was a fast fix. I'm not gonna lie. I
give them even more credit because they're doing it without the full crew, right? They've set sail on this voyage of stage 1 with some borrowed hands on deck, and that makes it even
I'm
more
trash with the prime as well. Appreciate the 9 months. Thank you for that. Also,
manage the micro of the round.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see more of him because obviously it's super early days in terms of him in this Navi jersey. But I think like obviously Xiao tried to convert to that IGL role. I think he was always one of those players that individually was very good. He was very good at his role. But I never really saw him as like that super.
What if the Kit Kats then come pre-unwrapped on little napkins? Yeah, but then you just write on the napkins.
I think that's what NAVI have sort of been.
Then we're getting too far into it, man. That's way too much.
But he wasn't putting up numbers, so if this continues, maybe Angel would just be like, maybe I should put back on the jersey. But I think that just the way that he is speaking and the way that he's already had, like as I said, he's had a rough start individually. It doesn't seem like he cares at all. And that's a big thing.
What are you typing?
Especially when, again, you could look at this game and you could go into your debut and think, oh, I'm having the hardest luck ever. Like, we haven't been able to get our duelist. Like, we've only just got to the stage we have to change things.
You think they're leaning into comeback chamber? Benji second smokes is a good. Yeah, I think it's a good play for them. Dude, if they're the only ones that can actually work out how to play the harbor well, I think they'll be in a good spot, man.
We waited to see this game.
Come back and play the chamber. They could spam a similar comp to this on most maps.
However, we've got some people standing by who are eager and itching to have a word about what they've seen so far. Let's toss this back to our wonderful analyst desk.
Oh no, it's a long one.
All right, have a break.
Finally, Minnie has to do some work though.
Because you know the shipment went missing, but it's what it is. We need to dissect this a little bit further because something that we said had also Minnie. Hi, welcome. Coming into this, something that we touched upon was the fact that we wanted to see aggression from both of these rosters. And I feel like
Minnie, talk about the harbor, go on.
Especially from the Heretics side of things.
Yeah, I feel like Heretics have come into this with like a cool new identity. It seems like they've kind of picked out what might be going forward, like their kind of style. With the chamber, the solo duelists, the Benji not on Sentinel, which is interesting. And it looks like that old school Heretics. Like it seems like when I think about Heretics at their best, they had creativity and the individuals, and they're very active. And that's what we're seeing.
Niptel, thanks so much for the 3 months.
And then in the middle of the rounds, we're seeing them just react.
I love to see Benji in this harbor role so far. I think the way that he's being able to support that aggression as well with this pick, because of course there was harbor changes between stage 1 and between kickoff and Santiago, which we kind of touched on already, but haven't really been able to see this fully develop in EMEA just yet. So I'm hoping that he's going to be kind of one of those players to look towards for inspiration.
If he keeps playing harbor on maps, that'd be really interesting. I could see a world where he's like switching between harbor and Viper, depending on the map, and I think that will suit him very well, given the state that of the traditional Sentinels. Like, Benji is a traditional Cypher kind of player, and being able to flex around a little bit and then allow come back and switch roles too. Like come back on that chamber is
I'm here for that though.
But it's working out so well. Like regardless of the fact that they've switched a little bit, when it comes to the synergy they have to play so aggressively, like it's been phenomenal.
Yeah, but
I want to work to 12, dude. How bad is the tech pulse?
Yes.
So like the Navi side.
Keys to success for this first half. Go. Just
go B,
one.
Go B.
Go B. Yeah.
B. Yeah. So like they're playing a double initiator on pro, and I quite like that. It means that you can take both extremities. You got the chamber on the defense that you need to get rid of, and right now they're only really clearing out A main every round. And when they do clear out B, they're not really doing anything with it. And Heretics just stacking A side of the map consistently.
They're literally playing a 4-1.
Yeah.
Like majority of their defense so far has literally been Boo sat on B on his own, and then the rest of the pack deciding whether they want to fight through art or whether they want to fight through Bane, which
Dave, follow Dave. Appreciate the tier 1, mate. Pink Ranger as well with the 8 months. Thank you so much. Is this still not over? Maybe we're just starting, I mean.
If they get the spike down, they're gonna win the round most of the time, because the post plant on B is so much easier than on A. Like on A, you can get spammed down through the walls, you can get chipped away. The retake's a little bit easier. So if they literally go B right now, after this.
And I think what's nice from Heretics is by setting this A aggression as a kind of conditioning factor as well, right? Because I imagine there will probably be future plans that if B were to
map
become an issue,
done.
you have comeback.
Mate, we're not even
operator, which is
not even a third away
really
there
good,
yet.
Whether that's in the art position so far to fight off mid, or if that's in the A main position.
Well, that is something Heretics did, I think, in the last round we saw, was literally they were like, oh, now we can't go A again, surely, and then went for that aggression towards the B side of the map. And like, wait, they're just going A like every round.
Okay, we got
I
it.
hope that the Angel, because I think Angel just took a timeout.
But it's also the re-aggression that we're getting in the mid of these rounds.
Are we in?
What, sorry?
No, it's replays.
The re-aggression that we're getting in the middle of these rounds,
Dude,
it's not just the start of the rounds where Heretics is going full in, it's like they're continuously able to keep the pace.
Yeah, it's like really nice to see that like their comp
Die Young with
really
the 7
nice
months, thank
at
you.
the start of the rounds that we're seeing here. But like, we sometimes see the EMEA teams in the middle of the rounds just sit still a little bit, but yeah, Heretics showing that they're
this is when you know we're in trouble.
Right now.
Just like, replaying a round that's already happened.
A lot of experience, they do have coaches that understand the game. That re-aggression in the mid-round where you don't understand what's going on in the map, in a meta where info tools don't exist as easily, is really nice to see.
I think that's where we're seeing the value of this Sky pick come through as well, right? With that regenerative flashes now, they are able to kind of have that re-aggression back into main. I think that round in particular as well, we were touching on comeback being on the operator. You know that he's going to be able to anchor down that art area whilst the rest of your team is fighting in towards that main area. You know, you're trying to break one arm of the push, I guess is one way that I would describe it, trying to figure out where the less of the pack is coming from, A main being in that particular, so that they can isolate those fights and actually win out team fights together, which is something that we've been looking for from our teams in EMEA, is picking those team fights favorably, recognizing where you think less opponents are going to be rather than the pack of opponents. And I think that Team Heretics have showed so far that they really understand that deeply throughout Pearl.
So it sounds like you're very happy so far with what we're seeing from Heretics. Because you were smiling as well when we were looking specifically at the composition from Heretics. So their side of things, do you think that you were happy with their composition? Do you think that they're utilizing it properly as well?
What do you think about mini shoes? Mini shoes?
Discovered that
I haven't even looked at them.
Neon is what's going to be their
I mean, they're very mini,
we
aren't they?
Spoke in the pre-show about Woot playing.
They're very him. He's got his own little style.
If they can lean into the Neon being a strength for Woot and having comeback on this chamber, I think
feel like
that's
they're
a very
offensive.
clear thing that Heretics are able to replicate across the whole map pool.
It's one of the like things that like I wrote down, like
Zeal, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the prime. Thank you.
Would you want to see comeback on the Neon or the chamber? Was like something I was kind of trying to figure out. Like there's a few different options they could have gone for, and this is like one of the most natural options. Comeback is extremely good with the op, but then he's very good at Neon, and so it was like a bit of a choice there. But I think it's going to come down to Woot really. Like how good
what do you think of Mini's jacket, guys? Why are we just rating? Why are we just rating Mini's fit?
That he popped off. But then afterwards, he was like, "I don't want to play Judas."
It's a very Mini-esque jacket as well.
To like him, really. Like, is he back to the form in which like he wants to be that guy again, or was he just saying it back then because like Mini was on the sidelines? Like, I think it comes down to his confidence entering, really.
I think it's consistency as well, is if he can be consistent on an agent like this, because we did say
we're doing a round rollback.
Play the Neon on Haven in kickoff, and that looked pretty good for them.
Went down.
And I think for me, Heretics didn't quite...
What did we miss?
They weren't quite able to build that into a threat, if that makes sense. I kind of touched on that in the pre-show as well, that really could have been the highlight piece for Heretics throughout kickoff, but I don't feel like any other teams were scared of that. They weren't able to kind of disrespect that because they weren't able to build it up to be something. I think looking at NAVI, those last couple of rounds, we started to see
in Samsara, thank you so much. Thank you for that.
Being able to finally get some
and
value
gifted,
off
I
of
appreciate
the
you. Chat, you know what to do.
Well. So,
nothing else to do in the tech pause. Get that slug oil spam going.
Was kind of hinting at in his
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I quite like Navi's direction too. Like obviously right now it's not going so well in this map, but like they are playing with a sub. And I think that like getting Philo away from the duelist and onto Chamber is really interesting because he has skills on the sniper.
And I also have an update for you guys because I know that's actually what you are looking forward to, not to us yapping. But we did just have news from officials that we're going to be doing a round rollback of the last round on Pearl. Once the rollback is done, we'll be returning to the game shortly.
Why?
So unfortunately, you're still going to hear us yapping for a little bit. Right? No?
We can yap. Yeah.
But not for long, thankfully. So, you know.
Cursing.
You're cursing?
Cursing.
Why?
because I said not for long. So now it's going to be.
Oh, so now it's going to be long.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you have that ability yet.
No, I do.
No, I do.
Yeah, I'm so convinced.
I do, yeah. Yeah, so on Navi's side...
Can they explain? I'm not sure they know why either.
I'm enjoying the approach too. I think that unfortunately today they're not able to play with Exit. Like, he's still going to be coming across later, and he's a very exciting pickup that's going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Like,
did very well in Ascension.
When we saw Exit in Ascension, he was absolutely insane. And like, yes, he's had not a great start in Challengers at the start of this year, but I think joining this Navi roster, he'll be able to pick himself up and it'll look really great when he does join the roster.
Looking forward to that, but I'm also looking forward to seeing this game continue. So we're going to be heading back over to our casters to get us back into the action. Mission, Tom?
All right, we're back.
Take it away.
Thank you, folks. Yes, well, I have to say, for Navi, an unfortunate set of events, but this is one of the biggest
Random
challenges,
question.
I suppose.
You think that having the judge on anti-eco is okay if you shoot all of your bullets so there's only 5 in it so they can't
reload? A single
reload?
round for Navi as we reset back to
I get your theory, but what if you need to? What if you then need to retake with the judge, and you want to spam?
But he has looked.
Like, I get what you're going with. I would instead of having lots of complicated rules, I would just ban buying it. That was definitely the easier thing. But I get you. If you could make it work and you had a disciplined team, sure.
In trouble, Hunter's Fury hunting him down, and he will fall in the early fight yet again. Nicely done by Navi. But they do take a few scars.
Yeah, they take a bit of damage though.
Really nice from Kolosha to get in there, stun him up, and then get back out. They've looked to try and counter a couple of times now. He's come back to go through this.
He is with the TP.
Nope, Shorty instead.
I hear so many.
Runs through a little bit of chip damage, and they really are starting to get low over on the Navi side.
That's a free B site.
4 players now tagged up. At least
lot
the
of low
B site is
HPs.
completely open, and we've just.
Dude, I would love to have known why we had to replay this round.
Where I heard Mini say that if they get the plant down on B, it's going to be really difficult to retake.
Planted.
Well, a big factor has been the B site left open. Sometimes it is come back with the offers. As Billy was saying, it's Boo all by his
Much hobby utility we got. Only the smoke.
They'd already shifted off site, so a chance to retake it together. And here we go. Comeback, the first to fall on the way through the choke point, and they're stalled out by the salvos. No one else able to take advantage of that space, and now how do they get through? It proves to be quite difficult to retake the B site for Heretics, as they're left to save these 3 weapons, and the round still falls into Navi's
works out
hands.
incredibly well for Navi.
Nothing I hate more than other people being right.
I don't mind other people, just not Mini.
Yeah, that's also true. It's even worse because it's him. You should see him behind the scenes, always bullying everyone. No, I'm kidding.
You should see how he introduces himself.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he just doesn't.
He's just like, you know who I am.
He just assumes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Ego gone out of control.
Why are they fighting so much for
aiming?
In theory, if they don't lose the Harbor or the Neon, they can retake pretty easy.
It has felt like
they lost the Neon. And also the Astra didn't have an extra star.
And Heretics, they have to stop offering them up.
So you don't think they just need a breather after what, the long
This one, no, this is...
Adrenaline
wait, is this attack?
So time to take a breather. And talk about Gloric, the guy on the other side. We've mentioned him as an IGL. We've seen him, the energy from the very get-go. And, well, this is going to be by far his biggest stage that he's ever played on.
Yeah, it's also interesting as well because this is.
Where was their rollback? Chat, I got no idea.
Here and there of players coming over from Americas, be it tier 1, tier 2, especially leadership figures. And let's be real, the success isn't great. Like we haven't seen much. Even when you bring over someone like Sadak, it didn't really work too well. Yeah. You've had the likes. Well, yeah, you had it in Koi as well, where again it wasn't fantastic with Flyer. But I kind of want to see what Navi have got, because when you have someone like Angel as your coach, I don't think he's going to be bringing in someone that doesn't suit his style, but also he doesn't rate as an IGL. I just don't believe that would happen. That's why the last time he did it, he tried to turn someone into an IGL to fit exactly what he wanted. So I think a lot of expectations, even if he is coming up from that sort of tier 2 from that academy team. And well, so far it has looked pretty good. The way they've countered Woot has worked out wonderfully.
Ball pass and aggro over towards A. And these two are going to leave it.
As it should be. Now a change of pace indeed for Team Heretics. This time, A main will still be taken slowly. The smoke's put down to cause issues.
Can't get much better for Navi on this one, really, depending on how fast they speed up on this one.
That at any moment, Kalosha could come swinging through. That same stun could land, and it's already led too many first bloods. The drone's the one to lead the way this time.
Oh, he did good to break the drone.
Broken by Boo in towards main as he just concedes that space and now calls for backup.
Yeah, and they've been jump peeking the whole time over towards B, so there's been no pressure on B, so they can get the rotate out. Might have been a flash that I missed as well, Skydog.
He pushes through, he's dead to rights at the hands of Bilu, and here we go, Boo under pressure, dove on already, makes it behind the wall, and at least keeps himself alive, but the salvos will force him perhaps into a fight. Good util by Benji.
I mean, they kind of want that, right? They got a small window to plant now.
Additional pressure. Now they've
Why would you not plant?
Almost trying to just
what are the comms like here?
As they look to start rotating back. Now bear in mind that Wu is in position, but he's currently facing the wrong direction. Turns around at the exact right moment, but then pulls out a classic. He's going to try and jump peek. Instead has been caught because of it. And now waiting for those rotations to move. Hero is in position. Even still, it's come back to an even scenario. The spike moving towards this A site once again, and there's still 2 players here.
15 seconds.
Hit the stun and the shock dart on Boo, but he's still standing. Spam's doing damage.
No, he did Astra suck, but then didn't know exactly where. He pulled the. Jesus, what am I watching?
Now down to 19. No solace for Boo. Well, there's the finisher eventually. A 2 versus 2, but HP low on 1. Smoke's still online, though. That's going to put pressure onto the player in main. Gloric, though, has a reveal to play with. They're going to wait for the tap to fire that on through. In fact, as the time ticks down, they can send at any moment. Now, here we go. Body block, but not quite close enough, and they're forced into a save. If they can even get out of here. It looks like they will. Crossing back, the weapons will be carried forward, but the advantages keep piling up for that attacking side, even after the timeout.
Yeah, again, nice mid-round.
Looks a little rough here from Heretics. I mean, there's a couple of timings, so maybe they don't react right, but I guess it's because of the judge. Do you think Boo's got to do better there as well in pit? I think you got to spam exactly where your Astra suck. Unless you thought the Astra suck was outside of the zone, but I don't think so. Jesus.
But he is 1 in 5, so yeah, it's tracking.
Wow, bro, what the? On broadcast? That's crazy behavior.
It's been a hell of an attacking side so far, and now the more direct approach.
Dude, he did it so subtly as well.
He pays with his life. A spam by Benji. The man advantage found already. The B-side hold looking good. But he is under pressure. Luckily, backups arrive.
Yeah, he's done enough to delay.
Good stun.
That's all they could really hope for.
Or what a stun that was.
That allows Riens to run back in full force. Come back also now on the scene. This was meant to be a quick play and plant. Instead, they are witnessing everybody on the Heretics side. And after
that was nice. Dog stun was actually huge from Rienza.
Always been a fan of Benji on a controller.
What did he say? So Cloric was saying, I might be Boaster because his calling was good. And he was happy with his mid-round thing. Then, I can't even remember if it was Mitch or Tom. He said he's 1 to 5, so he might be Boaster. Little unnecessary, but here we are.
So we muted his mic, and I still heard exactly what he said.
Yeah, I think I heard it from someone else's mic. That's how loud he was. Those things are pretty directional. That's crazy, man. The passion there from Benji. We saw it in round 1. You're seeing it here again. Heretics back in the saddle. Finally breaking that streak of success from NAVI. It was only 2, well, technically.
Oh, I like this.
But it did feel dominant enough that I was worried.
It's worth noting as well that even though we didn't see the best performances, say from Wu, even
Got 2 really good I mean, this should be an easy sight here.
Very good. And it's nice to see that form doesn't seem to
Oh, they don't want to get X-Sect on, so they go aggro.
Counter utility. Kalosha using his ult to try and hold them
Wow,
in position,
this right here is an impressive round from Heretics.
Getting a couple of openers, and now they just throw down
I would like Navi at least to create a bit of pressure before they do this over towards A, but this was very nice. I like this little wall that separates here. Wall off.
On a whim.
Isolate the people in front. Dodge the ults.
When it comes to those reactions, speaking of which, quick headshot for comeback. And
this was a really nice round to watch. Again, I think Navi needs to do a little bit more pressure over towards A. Like, before they want to X-Sec, maybe they should fake smoke needs to get popped a little bit, but
they can't even get through the first choke point.
That was still nice to watch for Heretics. They're on top of this the whole time.
Seems to be the play here.
I'm surprised that with the
Harbor's looking great. Harbor's looking really nice.
Because it looked like the timing of the ult was great. Like they were being pressured, they were being pushed. You just slow everybody, and then you go swing to try and
Dualman, thanks so much for the prime. I appreciate the 15 months.
I don't know if that was just a player not being hit by it, or if it was just that they hit the shots anyway, which I think when you watch Team Heretics, that very much could be the case. We'll find out. Yeah, no, it just Woot wasn't hit.
Woot doesn't get hit, but he also puts his wall up, so that's going to buy them an extra second or 2, pops his ult on the back of it, and then he's ready to fight. Even if you take the players hit by the convergence path, I'd be pretty confident Woot's going to trade those out.
Well, I guess 2.
For Heretics, that confidence was well placed at 6-3 now. It's NAVI who look again towards this A-site choke point. Kalosha's had a lot of success there, and this time, it looks like he'll be charging it down with a bookie.
Again, potential early use of the salvos. Just wanting to force players back, but maybe a bit hesitant about the plan. Their A-site control has been working out quite nicely for them, but I think because they didn't hear Woot sliding through.
Problem with this again for Navi is no pressure over towards B.
Struggling a bit since the rollback. He was on fire just beforehand, but
like if we compare the Navi's attack to T1's attack earlier, there's only ever like one question mark that they're creating, and the vision on the other side just means that they can have big stacks like this.
To put the drone through as well, pushing it back, and now hold on, is Klor going to walk through this? It's an ambitious play, and he gets at least 1. Opens up the gap for his teammates to run on through. They'll take that backside control.
Oh, that's...
And Hero on to comeback completely. Puts the sight into their pocket. They've heard the run up by Woot. They've heard it, right? Surely they heard it. I can see him with a player with their back turned. Ruxic, I don't know if he was temporarily deaf and the white noise up too
confident.
High,
yeah, a bit too confident from comeback.
With a 3 versus 2 that they're left in.
He's checking for the second player. Ruxic doesn't miss those. Making sure nobody gets him from behind. Boo's missed the jump and tries to go through anyway, but now they know where he is. No save of the operator, and it's the Bucky. Kalosha with his second kill of the game. They will be able to at least bring another home for Navi, but a lot of that came off the back of, again, the slower style pause and play, just basically stunting their push. Have you just slow-moed him not shooting it first time? I feel like that's bullying. I'll be honest with you.
There was no need for that.
I'm sending a message to HR. That was vile.
Hey, listen.
He missed one bullet. Like, if he missed like 5, 6, maybe, but like... But like, what?
Fair play, Andy. Fair play.
What?
Okay, Heretics in a good spot to try win the rest of these. As long as they don't do over the top plays like this, I think they're in a good spot.
The early setup towards A, they avoided those dangers perfectly.
It's nice from them. Shock to break the trip.
Good sign for Klor.
Smoke to block vision.
Drone being sent through here, but it's a Tiger in response. I think Heretics are gearing up to push them straight down, and indeed they will. You can see running it down, and Feeler's caught in the open. Up goes the wall.
It's nice to watch this. I like the style of Harbor. Yeah, it's a shame that no one shot the recon.
Has completely turned the tables. back into the favor of NAVI. They're in a 3v2. Damage done to Boo as well. That is a huge response from Hero.
Yeah, this is the duo we've seen over the last couple of rounds. Ruxic and Hero, they are two players I think any team in the league would be happy to pick up, but NAVI are the one who've got their signature. They were fantastic at the end. What can come back do though? A lot of damage taken, but it's for a kill. And with that pocket operator available to
30
him,
seconds left.
it's still very much a winnable round, especially with the position of Boo. He's so low on HP, but just about dodged.
He handled that well. I
to
think
Ruxic.
comeback's here too
Again,
early.
It's that same scenario. Through the smoke he goes, that allows him to plant, but already comeback is close, and he's got the judge in hand. He's going to hear him retreating.
Here's
Going to try and get there before he even realizes
wait.
he's got the wrong idea. He's got the wrong idea. Looks to check.
Very nice. He's here so fast.
Ruxic not realizing how close behind his opponent was.
And we're shooting the bullets to make sure that we get one of our ult as well. I like that. It's not going to make a difference because of
someone who's got
the
that
scoreline,
up
but
so high that gunshots cause their ears to bleed. Just realizing he didn't make it to the left. We didn't hear the step. And if it was, or if it was just a reaction, it was just in time.
I think Boo did really good to get this kill though. If you're being a distraction, should you be double dashing or single dashing?
To pull that round right back into the hands of NAVI, only for it to slip away in the end, thanks to comeback 10 and 5.
Yeah, he's here just so much earlier.
And he's telling them to sit down. Love to see it. 7 on the board. As you said, the lead at half guaranteed to be in the hands of Heretics, but how much more?
Extra ult as well, so they can just leave A site.
And they've already got it.
No aggression this time. Has come through on the other side of the map. Double operator in hand as well, so
yeah, it's a similar thing for NAVI though, right? Just no pressure on the sides. You pretty much always go into a stack.
It looks like it might, but it's only Kolosha that's actually got in. I believe that's also both drones used to get them through, but there's comeback. Filu invested into a glass cannon operator and has taken a hit for it. They're using everything, in fact, just to get that plant down. It's not put them in a fantastic position.
Oh, still have an uphill battle. The other side of that cosmic divide as well. Now as they start to close in the distance, the danger though is up close.
Oh, we got another one.
Through the wall.
He gets info. Knows no one's on the spike.
Of the round, and he even escapes. Time ticking here as the defuse needs to be sought, but Cloric's the last man standing. 33 HP as he picks up the rifle. The reveal online, but they're already getting it to half. The smoke being set, the spam here, spray and pray, but up close is Boo.
Very nice.
The 8th for Team Heretics.
This is nice from Heretics, though, really.
At the halftime.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it definitely got a little bit
the Cove, yeah, the Cove is strong, yeah.
A couple of rounds going through from NAVI, but
NAVI, they don't give themselves much chances, though. They got a default way better than this.
Looking good. We'll see if they're close.
Like, if you actually look at the amount of times they head over towards a stacked site, it's just... it's way too much. The harbor? They use the harbor well. The prime ad read? Sure. It's TMB. This real fast. Chat.
For that.
What the hell's he done? Chat, if you're on Twitch at the moment, or if you're on YouTube and you go over towards Twitch, you can check towards the bottom and see on sub if you have a free Prime sub. It costs you nothing to get ads. Don't get any ads even for the next month. Support the channel, and it won't cost you anything if you have an Amazon Prime. Free, yeah. Might have forgotten about it. That's okay. Go check to see. Watergate. Appreciate the Prime. Cryptix using the Prime as well. Thank you so much, Cryptix. Gloomy as well with the Prime. Thank you so much for the... Thank you for that as well. Rob as well. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that, Rob. There we go. Yeah. Gotta do a Prime read.
First half, 4 on the board, but it looked like it could have been so much more. Let's see if they can stay afloat. This being their map pick. But for Team Heretics, showing us a good face.
The Dill Elmo as well with the Prime. Thank you so much, mate.
But we know Heretics is the team who can have their ups and downs.
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk about 2024 as being a year of almosts, but a year where
Nadix Hub was more like an initiator. Yeah.
All of the internationals and almost managed to win one of them. Now though,
I think that's how it has to be used though.
Not making it a kickoff when you're a team that only
it has
made a
got
change and kept the
like initiate
majority of your
util at
players.
the moment.
It wasn't really acceptable. And now
especially
going
the sound
forward,
cues now.
with obviously London
Equid as well, thank you so much. And user 5321, thank you so much, mate.
Expectations are going to be very, very high. Them versus NAVI with a stand-in and a couple of changes as it is.
1-0 on the pistols. NAVI got to win a pistol, yeah.
Oh, wasting no time. Our team Heretics already sending Woot into the mix, and he'll find one.
Good idea, though.
This Heretics now, what do they do with this
creating
space?
the pressure that we do this.
Sitting on B long, but they know
oh, someone's going to shoot that recon, man.
On the other side of that wall.
Yeah, it's the only time they kind of get him wrecked is when they don't shoot the recons.
Through water, look for that spawn space. I think we're
Heal
still
on a pistol, it's giant.
B site. NAVI have adapted though. They've given up the space in street.
Make on English
they need to take ground elsewhere.
Optimistic.
I think it'll be a little easier down B long, but it's going to take them a while to get through that. The smoke even slowing them, and all the while
lose mid control in reaction, push over towards deep B. It's nice.
This A site. Filu. Well, he actually isn't going to
Does he ever extend? Plays off his teammate.
Oh,
it's nice to watch.
Catch them one looking the wrong way.
Oh, he's almost got two.
That was damn close. 3 HP in the difference.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice job.
1-1 on the pistols, right?
First one should come easy.
Unless we see an absolute madness.
Not so much, and he doesn't have control of the spike. Also in one of the worst positions you could ever hope to try and collect it. A few angles to make it through, but they are all the tightest choke point you'll ever look to face.
He's lucky he has that smoke to hide in. But they are still waiting on the headshot angle. 3 of them.
1-1 on the pistols. It's open.
All over the place. Whack-a-mole, and they all popped up at once. 8-5. And a very
the with the Prime Alfie as well. Thank you so much for the 40 mums. Appreciate you doing that also. And Annoying Potato 15. Thank you as well, man. Appreciate the Prime usages, guys.
If you watch anything that he was being told to do, it was dive at them head first, try and slow them, and then
the Harbor Power EMEA nose ball.
And a lot of the times he wasn't able to do that. He was just dying. On the defense, you now have
not gonna. I mean, the thing is, I like the Harbor. The problem is just like the understanding of the map still.
Same sort of problem. If they're gonna win this game, I need to see him climb the board.
Well, all they need to do, I said this last Pearl, is not lose to the classics.
I'm more so disappointed in NAVI than Heretics. I like the Heretics stuff.
Comeback, you know, not known for his aim.
They at least know he's there, and there's an outlaw on the other side. One shot to the body, all that's needed, and Filu connects it. Now Judge up close. Well, that sounds easy to me. A double for Ruxin.
Can they pick up the Judge though?
Not going to be slouching on that fight. Neither will Kalasha. That is an 8-6. Nicely done by NAVI as well.
Is this an extra one as well?
Yeah, I think it was literally only a pistol loss and whatever shields. It's really as good as you can hope it to be. And seems they're going to swap the hands of the snipers.
This is nice though.
Now being left.
You have the stun that lands behind the line with the Judge. You force them forward into the Judge, and then after the stun you can swing out as well. Cool setup.
A youngster playing with balls and now looks to be involved.
They know the Outlaw's in there and Ron buys heavy armor. Bonus round for NAVI, so they go 4-1.
Call-up was a surprise for anybody. Filu under pressure. A lot of early space being taken. But immediate utility put into place just to try and slow early aggression.
Filu just got the round that Comeback spent half of the previous half waiting for. They never came at him like that when he was on B. It was only when Boo was there or someone else as he was stood in a different part of the map. But he is forced back so quickly by Woot dancing around that pillar.
He doesn't have an operator though.
All that, yeah, indeed. And all that control given up means the drone goes through. But
you watch
in
Spike
the
Talk
minds
with
of
Nats,
Heretics, it
Baby
should
Bay
mean
4,
that A is a
EMEA
little
had the
lighter
best
defended.
palm.
As
What?
we can see, there are 3 players still waiting here. NAVI
I guess he only watched
overreacted,
Gentleman's, right?
Not over-rotated to the loss of map control on the other side, and by the looks of things, they're about to get the reward. I don't think Heretics will be ready for this stack up. They've doubted themselves in their hour of victory.
But also the weaponry is a bit more of a problem. Like Ruxic with a Judge, He would need to be so close for this to really have any value, and now they've completely sectioned off.
Nothing stopped the plant other than spams.
Like, yeah, that might be the
I mean,
most
but what is he
optimistic
doing?
thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not sure about that one.
Plant.
Do the low cove so it has less chance of getting spammed. Can't see it from back up here.
A 5v4 post plant with still a decent amount of utility and all of the space, but they have lost Wu.
Thing is, the cove allowed for such an open plant here. They can play offside, they can play in art, but in fact, there's still some players holding on to hope that they can hold church. Benji goes down in the 1-for-1 trade, but Rian's and come back quickly. Turn the odds massively into their favor.
Oh,
Hero,
boy.
though, brings it to a 1v1. The Gravwell will buy time and run that clock so low, it looks like a formality for Boo, and it will be.
It's good damage, though, considering. Dude, who is this spamming the judge at spawn? Is that Roxic? That was awful.
Great work from both Filu and Hero. Like, being able to do damage not only with the Headhunter, but in that 1v3 to make it look doable when it really shouldn't have been. They've made that very costly. All of the additional credits are going to have to be invested into this one, and now they're coming up with a buy of their own, and you can even see it on the other side of Filu. He knows that there's going to be some light shields players.
I wonder if he just thinks that they're like,
well, so it's really not
I don't know what he thinks, to be honest. Maybe he thinks the cove is out or something, he's trying to damage the cove, I don't know.
Right back into the game, but the pace might just catch them. No, they have dealt with Wu.
Can they get out?
Whoa, they're out of there as well.
Resetting.
Yeah, and the person that takes the damage is the person on the hill.
Incredibly low. And the space lost is now being covered by that drone. So they've spotted comeback. He won't be able to be that snake in the grass Heretics were hoping for.
Recon deep over towards B, the whole deep angle.
Eat that damage late into the round.
But he took his TP because he's too far away from his TP. I mean, he's a little committed, but
the A site, and that's all because of the deep control that you're seeing in play for Filu.
The problem with the fake pressure over towards here is this line is being held, so what kind of lunatic team would 4-pass and push through the smallest choke? No one, you know they're going A. So how can NAVI have got good understanding of the map on defense, but on attack they don't know what they're doing?
In fact, this castle is very well defended.
I think just with the deep position that they have from Filu, they're willing to take the gamble. Okay, they can't play a proper B post plant with him still in. Haven't heard anything else towards the B site, but that is going to be that reckoning used. Clearing out the backline, making things a little bit more awkward for players like Kolosh, who's already under pressure, and Rooksik's gone as well. Bear in mind, Hero was desperately low, but he has been able to get one with the salvos. 17 seconds, and they need to get that plant in. But just waiting to see if anybody on NAVI tries to react to this. It will be Hero, so low on HP. That's the advantage back in Heretics' favor.
So patient from Heretics. Tempered aggression, and Rienz, after holding close on the spawn, walks through to catch them off. Sure, he'll fall, but they've got the time on their side. All they have to do, ring a Rosie. Run this clock all the way down, but Comeback stands his ground and pays the price. Now the defuse out of position. Boo almost forced to sprint it down, and they're just sticking it under his nose.
Oh, it's unlucky, man. That was a nice try in the 1v3. Dude, 33 HP, that's unlucky.
And comes out victorious. Double digits for Team Heretics. And remember,
yeah, I mean, Heretics did good to fight back a site.
Now they're on the home stretch.
They're good with the harbor roll. They got so much faith of it. They get so much space.
He's unable to get those rounds over the line, but instead, just finding it in the very last second or so.
Dude, I think the harbor ult looks great, man. I know people think this harbor ult isn't as good as the old harbor ult, but I think it's way better.
Weber's looking so stressed.
I can understand why.
Maybe they had to add the extra changes in for the sounds.
Boo, the top fragger for Team Heretics. You know, we say it all the time, so nobody's surprised, but it's good to see. As they move towards this B site. That was sarcasm, by the way. NAVI have completely left it open. The read from Heretics Sublime, and well, they know that it's not even a gamble at this stage. The dog has snipped nobody, not got a scent on that B site, and the plant can be found easily. Now for NAVI, well, even the Seeker sent out. Feels like overkill for NAVI. Well, this is, I guess, just clearing that there's nobody close
stun damage
from pushing through mid.
Oh, he nearly owned him.
I like the salvo.
Salvos are doing a lot of work here.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
They've got some good ideas of just how to make it awkward, like put in a stun alongside the salvo. There's not a lot invested in this round for NAVI, so those little gimmicks are the only real way they're going to get damage. Nice shot from Hero. at least, again, making things a little bit more costly. Obviously, there hasn't really been a round where their opponents have been able to build up any credits, but this just might be it. Even though they've done so much chip damage, there's still going to be 4 players standing. 2 rounds needed for Heretics.
Big buy round.
NAVI need a streak.
I feel like Hero just had the ranked experience there. Like, I'm not sure if we'll hear it in a replay, but it looked like he was like, all right, guys, let's go. Runs out on site, kills him with the Sheriff, and then when he dies, he's like, trade me, trade. No one's there.
Cove? Yeah, the Cove's a little underrated, man.
He just ran out by himself.
It's a little underrated. It's a really good ability.
It's just hiding.
Where he didn't say anything.
And he just ran in.
Just because we haven't seen it too much yet.
It's like, Hero, why are you dead?
You said 3. I thought you meant kill 3. My bad, my bad. Yeah, that was a bit disjointed on the retake. And a timeout from NAVI now. That round is whatever. It's a throwaway. But this one is where it matters. We need to see tight gameplay because it was very promising on the attack. They really had Heretics pushed to the limit. They had a relatively early timeout from the squad. They're 4-2 up, but Heretics felt the need coming out of round 6 to call that timeout. And since then, there hasn't really been much of a threat. It's certainly not NAVI having the same sort of control on a round that we saw
It's a
up
smoke.
to that point.
Yeah, but the reinforce of the smoke changes everything.
He's had his hair done.
Must be.
Not getting spammed when you can go over towards site, getting better plants,
He's done with his.
being able to insta-diffuse.
I thought you were talking about the region. I was like, that's a lot later. That's tomorrow.
Just wait, Tom.
But yeah, they're going to need themselves 7 rounds in a row to do it in regulation. The thing is, the last, well, not the last one, but the couple before have got to be a little bit irritating because your opponents get so close to the end, it starts feeling like it's already done.
Okay, all in for NAVI. They got the ult. That means that they can play full retake if they wanted to on one of these sides.
But the fact that Boo was able to clutch both of those out, 13 and
Go
7.
aggro, set up the chamber, leave the chamber.
The trap currently set by NAVI. Hoping to try and catch that one, but Woot's too quick out of there. Trap play fails.
That's going to be so frustrating. You hear steps up that close and you think, oh, we've got him. No, Woot can move extremely quickly and gets out of the way before even taking a lick of damage. That's an ult traded out for main control at least, but this is almost a red herring here. They want them to push forward. Heretics want NAVI to step into their crosshairs as they wait 3 players inside of main. And now, a minute on the clock, they start to step forward. The thing is,
smoke
on
here. Flash goes close and it hits someone. So they know that someone's in front of the smoke and cleared their question mark. They're still just happy to... I mean, they know someone's set up because they invested it all into it. They gotta just invest a slide maybe here.
If Heretics win this, they can roll through the rest.
Yeah, they just weren't expecting this angle.
They're put to bed.
Ooh, that's a big kill.
For a moment, at least an advantage.
I mean, they should think that there's 2 more here because of what the info was over towards
B. I feel like Philo gets a little bit greedy. Like, you left Kolosha for dead. He was already dead. So to then still go for the peak.
Y2, thanks so much for the tier 1, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you for that.
Further instead has reduced it to nothing. Again, those counter salvos, they've been really irritating. But with 10 seconds left, that plant is going to be going down. Brooksik can't do anything about it with the Cosmic Divide in the way.
His ult.
They will have to try and play the retake.
Could just play it off the site. Oh no, Astro can't play off the site.
Yeah, they're going to fight through this. Ult sent through by Banshee, and it's over towards the pit, where Brooksik flies under the radar. Again,
definitely been trained that
IGL, 14
coming
and
up with a plan and being aggro is better than no plan.
Too far. NAVI block off 12 from Heretics as we go 11-7.
Yeah, I don't mind the idea, obviously, from Heretics. Like, you don't want to allow them to get into
Tay, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 24 months.
You off, but the fact is,
little unlucky. I didn't mind the idea.
The pit at all, I'm pretty sure that is now much more of a problem.
Oh! Yeah, no, I'm actually not going to criticize Philo for that. I'm not even going to go near it. Like, he set back up on the angle. He had the angle.
What would be the map pull for champs, mate? I got no idea.
Frankly, that was a disgusting pre-fire onto his head.
Maybe 2 map changes still.
I understand why he did it. You get that? You pretty much lock in the round. It did make it very awkward going down, but I'd say that's the 1 out of a million times that they actually hit that shot. Probably more like 1 in 5.
Ball pass and aggro. Big change up from NAVI. They keep trying numbers to set up their chamber.
In ranked 1 in a million. He's got to feel very unlucky.
Oh!
No, that's not a good TP! Oh my god! And he gets away with it!
Wait, I think the TP's not too bad with the waylay or the contact though.
I guess it doesn't
matter. They're going to force him down to an eco. This is a big win. Their money gets really good as well, and their money was low. It's a doable comeback.
Where they had the A stack up, they ended up getting owned by a B rush. This
yeah,
time,
it's nice with the wailing.
Comeback of 1v5, it would be the greatest clutch of all time.
Can't believe he got away with that TP. I feel like when he clicked it, there must have been a split second where he didn't remember where it was. So he's like, oh, I can just get out safely. And then, oh, it's right to here, like Alfier when he goes for the recall.
Minority Rick, thank you so much for the prime, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You know, he could at least get a plant out of it, get that orb. I think he's going to get the orb by the time the round's over anyways. Either way.
Saving here, yeah, for sure.
NAVI. Happy to take the fight straight to them. Good.
They can make a plan to get his
stay alive, I suppose, but the shot landed quickly.
I don't think that was down to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't have Spike, he's not going to because they don't have Spike, as in them as a collective. He's going to think that he can't get this orb.
I don't blame him either. I wouldn't expect the guy to...
Because he should think there's people everywhere.
Be from there. Fair enough.
This is the sort of round NAVI needed, though. The last one, it comes down to clutches. It comes down to
the Santiago crowd. Yeah, they would have been whistling for a minute long.
To go in the other direction, but this one, incredibly clean. The comeback at least will be able to
money's good from this.
Because of the rounds, as I said, one player surviving.
Do they go for a? They might time out here. Do they go for a neon?
This is now not a lot of credits built up, even though Heretics had a streak of 3 rounds in a row, and so because of that.
That's so funny, man. He just wasn't expecting it, and you can't really blame him. I do. Honestly, legit, I don't think if he doesn't mean to go wall there to try get out and block them, I think he just doesn't even consider it.
A bit unpredictable at times. Last time the Heretics won a map with Boo, top frag was EMEA stage 1 last year. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's not that. Thank you, Captain Cow, for that quick work as well.
Okay, nice and simple for Heretics on this one. Put smoke out, they flash in front of it, create the question mark, then they can insta-group up. The same time, the drone insta-reclears this, and I'm pretty sure Boo's heard it because he's pinging like he's heard it.
This is where he's going to tell us that's all he's been doing for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's just been sat there.
Well, 3-round gap, a low buy for Heretics, rifle in Comeback's hands. He doesn't need to save it over if things go awry because the ult will be there next round if he goes down, and there's a decent chance that will happen. He's currently stuck in the corner. Could TP out, of course, but he doesn't know that he needs to. And now we'll find out. The op landing its shot for Filu yet again. He's been having a pretty consistent game when it comes to the operator. Yeah, his 3K stolen away, and he's still positive.
He lost 3 kills somewhere in the mix, and also went on a bad streak after that, so
yeah.
He's come back into it. I think obviously on the defensive side, that's kind of expected with the chamber. Same as said for Kolosha, like he's still having a rougher game, but again,
30 seconds.
18-year-old.
EMEA still find a way to slow play in this meta.
Expectations are definitely not the highest, but he's had his moments.
Oh, I like that though. Flash through the window over the top to clear over towards A main. That was
really
nice.
There. Winning isn't an expectation, but can they make anything from it? Even the stun coming in, and actually,
it's unlucky.
Cement the round is going to do a lot of damage, and why I think it's done just that. One man standing, Boo in another clutch.
Very nice.
His clutch
Astra,
percentage is dropping from
that's it. They're far away from ult apart from Astra.
Yes, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Tom. I don't think
Heretics for sure. Time out here, right?
But it was fun while it lasted. What I didn't expect is this bounce back. Honestly, it felt like Navi lost steam.
They might win this map. Yeah, they might win this map.
And then you start to have these conversations about, you know, oh, well, for Chloric, I gelling at this level and on the stage, and they've got a new piece to the puzzle.
They're doing so good at getting B info.
And, you know, there are challenges there. There are excuses. But it doesn't look like they need those excuses down on that stage right now. Navi 2 away from equalizing. Heretics being kept off of map point for now. And it looks like this time, though, they will get A main for free. You have to be very careful in this round as Navi. You hear that voice line right off rip. You know it's coming. Come back on the tour de force.
Could creep behind it as well.
And look at how passive they are
maybe
towards
because
that
of the
A
raise
side,
bit
towards
here.
A main.
Can you isolate one?
Even in middle. The one spot that they are taking the risk is B long.
Dreamland with the prime. Appreciate the 15 months. Thank you.
He can match up pound for pound, and in a lot of the fights, he's right.
They sort of set him up there early on as well. Like they had a few players to that side of the map, get him in position, and then fall back. So they managed to get that control for free.
Right, it's a 3-person stack, and the longer that this trip survives, might be a 4-person stack.
That's such a big gap that I'm sure they're aware of, but it could allow for them to get in on the plant. It does, however, look like, especially with the Cosmic Divide, maybe they're a little bit happier just to try and play that retake.
Double salvos, front sight going to be sent through. They want the fight on the back, and they have forced Heretics into this space.
To deal with.
The trap sprung. It's going to be the stun kill for Hero as well. Nice work to bring us into a 3v3, but the plan still found. Hero spots one up close,
unlucky,
goes for the wall bang, and damage done to
really
both of
looking
those
forward
players.
to a big play there.
Desperately close to giving them the advantage. Oh, that actually gets a tag as well onto the ankle of Benji. So a little bit more information to play with. They've got to wait for these smokes to fade to really get back in. And now they've got to walk past the tour de force. Comeback, patiently waited. He's fired one shot so far, but the second will be deadly. Hero on the floor, and Chloric forced into an uncomfortable fight. Bilu, as much as he'd love to sit there and wait to punish Comeback's walkout.
Okay, one thing I really like from Heretics, they do this wall, and you just, it's really nice, man. You take deep sight, and then just anyone in pit feels so uncomfy.
I think that was their plan anyway. They were posturing to try and battle. I think they realized that, okay, they're going to salvo us every single time we try and plant.
Yeah, the guy gets so isolated.
It's
good reaction to smoke on the side, though.
Getting rid of Ruxic, even though it's an immediate response by the special delivery. The fact that they get rid of Ruxic, that Cosmic Divide is gone. Like, imagine the round with the Cosmic Divide. You can section off Comeback, you can section off the 2 players on short, you can isolate a fight. They remove that piece of utility, it's so much harder.
Well, that's it. Map point found by Heretics at last. And yeah, you can even see it in the replay. The salvos are sent, and Wood is already pushing deep. I think Benji was by his side. They definitely wanted that fight. Both teams did. Navi, the ones to come up short in the long run. 3 rounds between them. And keep in mind, the next map up is where Heretics decided to take this battle today.
The idea of the low cove is the head is still exposed, but their gun is in the cove, so it shoots it. Does it really work like that?
Still, it's been a very competitive game. I think, again, like you talk
about
the circumstances.
The problem with that is they've got to be so close to the cove, no?
Then the expectations on the Heretics side, and you kind of look at this and go, okay, this should be a clean victory. But it has been anything but. There's been, in fact, like you go back to Boo winning 2 1v1s in round 15.
Okay, 4 goes it for Heretics.
Actually, NAVI could very well be in the lead here. It's not been that dominant showing we've been expecting. We've seen everybody on their side have their moments. But yet to really show that commanding dominance that we've come to expect from them.
3 chances for Heretics.
Still with an opportunity to close out their opponent's map choice. Take it to Lotus.
Can I blame that on the round rollback? Don't think so.
Some choppy water for NAVI, but definitely signs of life here, even though they've got only part of their crew on the stage.
He's going so far. Now, they 4-stacked B in the early round on the NAVI side, didn't see anything, and have immediately rotated back into position again.
I mean, they are winning side hits.
They go that way.
With 4 people stacked on it.
They're using the fact that Heretics have been that
Take control with the 1 inside the 1, go push back. Oh, it's nice from Heretics though.
That's the info they want. Can he escape?
Oh, this is nice.
And now a follow-up. Woot, 2 players still on site though.
Okay.
Strength
I'm gonna say he's gonna actually just go in, and then his ult's gonna be done. Seekers goes in, confirms there should be a lot here. They're gonna get early info with the trip.
And they're about to find out the hard way, but it's Filu on the B side.
Unless he hears it and he doesn't go early until his team's close. Oh, that's nice. He hears the trip and he doesn't want to go early until his team takes contact.
But if he finds one, he can fade back and play
Makes it look like they're just cutting sound.
Out on A. Still 3 players there. This man is all alone, but not afraid to take the risk, and that's why a shot fired and he's out before the echo fades, and now there's no risk needed. Advantage for NAVI. All they have to do is retake.
Oh, they've smoked the
Asks for the smoke on the trip as well.
Anybody knowing that he's there.
They played that very well.
With how much space they've taken, I don't think this position will be a surprise. He's just a little bit more wary of maybe someone coming in from behind. It's the quick dash in, but already 2 quick kills coming up. Riens and Comeback combining. The end of this map looking ever more likely, and a lot of it will be on Chloric. Because Filu's still playing with that operator, and he's gone down.
They handled this very nice. That was cool. Dude, I like the harbor stuff. The harbor stuff's cool.
We were expecting, but Mitch, they got the job done.
Sailing through some bad weather before that hull is finished for NAVI. Now they've got to
I still worry a little bit about some of the hull stuff.
Move to some smoother sailing on Lotus. They've got to feel good after that one. Let's see.
Fine for the moment.
Sideline interview at NAV.